Hey friend, John McLennan here, and in this video we're going to talk about soloing over Can't You See as recorded by the Marshall Tucker Band on guitar. Now if you haven't already seen the lesson that I posted on the rhythm, be sure to check that out. I'll leave it linked up down below. That's going to go over the finger picking acoustic guitar part and sort of the main progression and how to strum through the whole thing. Now in this video I'm going to show you 3 note for note licks straight from the recording and just give you some tips and some pointers on how you can practice soloing over this chord progression. Real quick though, if you're new to the channel and you haven't downloaded my fretboard guide yet, you're gonna wanna grab this first at the first link down below. And this is gonna show you the 5 chords and scales that I use to map out the entire fretboard. And this is gonna tie in directly with what we're talking about today when it comes to soloing over chord progressions. So grab your copy, it's completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. All right, well, hope you enjoy that. And with that said, let's break it down. All right, so this song is in the key of D, and we have just this repeating progression throughout. We go D down to I play a C sus2 and then a G chord, but it's essentially, you can just think of it as D, C, and G for our chord progression. Now, a great way to solo over this would be using a D major pentatonic scale. And the first lick here is an example of that. Here's what it sounds like. So you can hear what it sounds like there. I'm just dropping it in over the progression, and it'll sound pretty great anywhere in that progression. What we're doing is we're starting on the and of 4 with a bend way up here on the 17th fret of the 2nd string. And we bend it up and then bring it down. Then we're gonna go to 15 on the 2nd string. So then grab 16 on the 3rd string, back to 15 on the 2nd string. Then it finishes with another bend there on the same note that it started on, that 17th fret. That's a E note going up to F sharp. So we've got that bend up, come down, 15, 16, 15, and then bend again. And if I counted out the rhythm, it would go 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So we're actually coming in on the and of 4, 3 and 4. All right, so that's the first lick. Now this is really coming out of this. I think of this position as the BB box in your, D major pentatonic there. And the reference, the point of reference is that note we keep coming back to. That's the root note. Now here's your D shape right up here. You could also do it down here, of course. Right? Any of these licks can be played in different places as well. So here it is. I'll just play it a few times, dropping it in over that progression. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I love this second lick. We're gonna go up even higher and do some great bends and have a little theme. Here's what it sounds like. All right, so again, we're coming out of that BB box position, and really a lot of this could just be summarized as BB King blues licks, you know, not over a 12-bar blues chord progression, but over more of a southern rock sounding chord progression. And here we're gonna bend the 17th fret, but on the first string this time. Then come down, then play 15 on the second string, then 16 on the third string. And those are all quarter notes. So it's a whole step and then natural, and then you come down, and really it's kind of like a D6. Kind of like I'm thinking about a D6 chord there, and it's really just a BB King sound over this progression. Now on the third time, there's a little variation. We go. So that's bending up, starts the same way. Then you jump to the 17th fret of the second string and go 17, 15. So, and then another very common BB King thing, 16, 15, 15. That 16 is on the third string. So, then it finishes like this. Love that little bluesy feeling there. That's 15, 16. Bend 17, just a slight blues bend. Then natural. Then back to 15. So. So here it is. I'll put it all together and I'll bring in the chords as well. 3, 4. All right, for the third example here, we're gonna go a little bit more country. We're gonna use something called a pre-bend, and this almost sounds like a pedal steel kind of lick. Here's what it sounds like. All right, so what we're doing is we're starting out on the 17th fret of the first string. And we're gonna play that note. I grab that note with my pinky actually, and then right above that on the 17th fret of the second string, I actually bend that note up, but I don't pluck it. And this is what's called a pre-bend. So I go, and then after you pluck it, you release it down. So it's bent before you pluck it, and then you bring it down like this. Then we're gonna finish on the 15th fret of the second string, back to that root note. So, and it starts on beat 4. We're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1. And then this is on the downbeat. So it's really just, you know, beat 4 to the next measure. 1, 2, 3, and. And it's okay to let them ring over each other. Here's what it sounds like with some rhythm behind it. So you can see how I'm basically just dropping those into the progression. So now what I'm gonna do is just mix and match between them and try and play a solo, but then drop in those specific licks that I was practicing. So here's an example of kind of putting it all together. So keep practicing those licks, and remember, once you start getting them under your fingers, the next step is to try and play them over the progression. And to help you put this together even more, be sure to grab my fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is going to show you those pentatonic scales and how to see the chord shapes in those scale patterns that you're playing so you can start connecting this on the neck. It's completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide as my gift to you for spending some time with me here today. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you in another video real soon.